He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. Gary, what up?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday. A beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Venus Williams, the beautiful sister of Miss Serena Williams. You know, she recently tied the knot with her wonderful husband, Mr. Peretti, y'all. And Venus said something, and a lot of people say, girl, did you really say that? Now, she said once upon a time that any man I date, baby, must have a job. They say, but then she married an unemployed model. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the tennis legend, honey, recently married Italian actor Andre Peretti, honey, 37, in a lavish multi-day celebration that spanned Italy and Florida. Now, they say on the morning of their Palm Beach ceremony, Venus and Peretti sat down with her sister Serena Williams on their podcast, you know, and they talked about marriage and what really matters when choosing a partner. They said, but according to Venus, she said there were three, y'all, listen to this, three non-negotiables when deciding if someone was the one. She said, quote, you marry their family. She said, so when you thinking about a relationship for eternity, it's about good family, good values, and has a job. They said she doubled down, adding y'all that refusing to work can add a lot of pressure and stress to a marriage. Now, attraction matters too, she said, but it should come, y'all, from a person who is not just how they look good and stuff and what have you. And then Miss Williams decided to say, honey, that, you know, hey, Andre Peretti is publicly described as a model, an actor, and a producer. They say that sounds all impressive on paper, but when, honey, they searched for recent work, things got quite fast, y'all. They said they couldn't find any modeling campaigns from Peretti in the past 5 years. They say his last credited acting role appears to be from several years ago. And they say, and while he does have a few production credits, they don't seem to be regular on an ongoing project. They say, so the big question becomes, does Mr. Peretti actually have a job consistently? Some people saying, to be clear, there is nothing wrong with creative careers, slow seasons, or building behind the scenes. But Venus herself, y'all, made that has a job on one of her top 3 requirements, so naturally fans are now wondering how that rule applies to her. And my thing is, I feel so bad, you know, because he looks broke. He just looks broke to me.
How you look broke?
He looks broke. He doesn't look confident. Serena's husband looks confident. He looks like he knows what he wants. He knows what he got. He got money and stuff. Venus' husband just look broke. He look like he sometimes even look like he's scared. From what I see on pictures, he look like he's scared or whatever, and he just happy to be there, and whatever she says goes. So,
is he a good-looking dude? I mean,
you know, he's an Italian guy, so you know he's halfway decent looking. He got black hair like Italian.
So is it possible his next job might be right around the corner?
Yeah, well, maybe so, but honey,
I'm trying to have confidence and hope for this guy.
Yeah, but honey, he just looked broke, honey, and I feel so bad, honey, for her. But you know, hey, I mean, you know, she loves him, and they say she looks very happy because you know when she dated other men of her nationality, it just didn't seem right. So now she got Mr. Peretti. And
but can I ask a question? Is Venus, and I don't know, is Venus Williams retired from tennis? Does she still play tennis?
Nope, she still play.
I don't keep up with that. So
yeah.
She still works. So she still go out and play. Okay.
Yeah, she still got to go out and work hard, honey. And Mr. Peretti, honey, just at home looking pretty and what have you and stuff. And you know, and I usually give the girls points, honey, when they marry outside. You know, especially if he got money. But this man don't like he got no money, so we're gonna keep Venus lifted up in prayer. Now y'all know y'all can knock y'all. You know, you can look at a person and tell if they broke or not.
That'd be tough though. To sit at home all day.
You can't really do that.
Yeah, well, he looks broke. So she look like she's leading the way, honey.
So you got to make up for it in other ways.
You sure do, honey. So he gonna have to make.
You can try DoorDash or something.
Gonna do something. Speaking of broke, honey,
Instacart.
Yeah, he got to do something. But honey, congratulations, Venus. We glad you're married, honey. She's happy. In other celebrity news, y'all, Michael Jordan, y'all, baby, first wife. Oh, this is such a beautiful story. Y'all wait till y'all hear it. Michael Jordan, first wife, who I love. I've never met her, but it's just something about her. I love Miss Juanita Benoit Jordan, honey. They're saying that, honey, they did not have a prenup, honey, when they got married. Now, they say Michael Jordan met Miss Juanita Benoit back in 1985 at a dinner, y'all, with mutual friends. Now, they say 3 years later, they were married and had 3 beautiful children, Jeffrey, Marcus, and Jasmine. They say, but something did not, they did not have a prenuptial agreement. You know, prenuptials are the things now. They said, but The 6-time NBA champion ended up, y'all, having to pay his beautiful first wife, y'all, when they got divorced. It was so touching, y'all. They said after the two got engaged, Miss Benoit's honey lawyer, Michael Milton, y'all, was hired to draw up a prenuptial agreement. But as he told the Washington Post recently, before he had a chance, y'all, to meet with the couple, he received a surprise call, y'all, from Juanita telling him that she and Michael had gotten married, y'all, at the Little White Chapel in Las Vegas at 3:30 a.m. He said, I congratulated her and then reminded her that the prenup had not been signed. She told me to work on a prenup. Y'all, listen, this gets beautiful. That prenup, y'all, took over a year to finalize, y'all. That's beautiful, honey. And they said the basketball star was reluctant. Hear what I say? He was reluctant to sign because, according to his lawyers, Milton negotiated terms, y'all, that were extremely beneficial and greatly exceeded any statutory benefit Juanita would have received under Illinois law. Well, they say, but Jordan did ultimately, y'all, agree, and he signed it. But listen, this is the good part of freedom. Unfortunately, y'all, the years in the spotlight took a toll on Juanita and Jordan's relationship, and in 2002, they filed for divorce. However, they decided to reconcile, y'all, shortly after the initial divorce announcement and said that they were going to try and work on their marriage. Well, 4 years later, though, y'all, they said they filed for divorce again, and at this time, y'all, it was definitely final. Now, they said Michael and Juanita Jordan mutually and amicably, y'all, decided, y'all, to end their 17-year marriage, honey, the lawyers shared in the statement. Now, this is the good part. They said Juanita reportedly only received a jaw-dropping $168 million settlement, as well as a 7-acre property outside Chicago. Now, they say Michael Jordan also paid $2.1 million in legal fees, making it one of the most expensive celebrity divorces ever in history. Now, they say, this is just, he's married again, y'all. We know he's married to his new beautiful wife. They say now Michael met his second wife, Miss Yvette Prieto, at a nightclub, y'all, in 2008. Now, after they began seeing each other and moved in together the following year, in 2011, Jordan proposed. Now, the pair said, I do, at the Episcopal Church of the Bethesda by the Sea in Palm Beach, Florida, on April 27, 2013. Now, after the ceremony, they had a celebration at, a club in Jupiter, Florida, with their families and whatever. They say Spike Lee was there, Tiger Woods, Scottie Pippen, so many other people. They say Usher and Robin Thicke sang at the reception. Now, they say Jordan and Prieto have 2 children together. They welcomed their twin daughters, Jezebel and Victoria, in 2014. Now, they also have, this is the touching part, they have a prenuptial agreement, y'all, that pays Miss Prieto. She only gets $1 million, y'all, for every year they stay married. And they say once they cross that 10-year mark in 2023, the number jumped. Now, she's going to get $5 million per year, y'all. Now, they say, honey, together, the former athlete has an estimate. He's only worth, y'all, $3.8 billion. Isn't that beautiful, y'all? So this is so touching. I'm glad Juanita got her change, honey, because, I mean, she set the precedence for all these women. If you marry a man, honey, he needs to pay. But they say him and
she flipped her money in real estate, right? She really rich now.
She really rich. We don't even hear, honey, from Miss Juanita, baby. She got her coin to say, have a good day. Now, Miss Yvette, girl, now she could only get one. Well, she getting $5 million a year now, so she gonna stay married forever, honey, because she would never outbeat Juanita with that $168 million, honey. But congratulations to these girls, and I hope Venus is listening right now, because I know she listens to the show in Florida, and she might need to, do that with her new husband. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. The color today, y'all, is Nightfall Mica. On the high end, you say Nightfall Mica, and on the low end, you say beautiful navy blue. That's your color for today. Anybody on the show like to sign a prenup? Y'all got prenup?
Nosy and messy. Y'all get up and Gary with the tea.